This is The Tea Project with your host, Gadiel and Michelle, a husband and wife duo where they will be discussing countless topics such as parenting and marriage, personal finance, managing a household, personal and professional development, and so much more. Gadiel is a father, husband, a military veteran, and a lawyer. Michelle is a mother, wife, boss, and above all, a productivity enthusiast. Each week, they will be providing you with fresh and valuable content, so stay tuned. And now, welcome to The Tea Project.
Okay, folks, how is it going? This is another episode of Tea Project.
Hello, everybody.
Today, we'll be talking about our finances. Specifically, how about Michelle? How about you tell us what exactly?
Our expenses.
Our monthly expenses.
So each month we're going to get together and review each of our expenses and see where we can start to cut down until we no longer can.
Right.
Or at least where we feel comfortable enough.
Right. Now, this used to be something we used to do very periodically. I wouldn't say frequently, but periodically. We used to get together, sit down, print out our monthly expenses, and kind of go at it, look at each item and see how we could cut and who would be designated as the person to tackle that account.
So first of all, we are not financial gurus, but we are in the stage of our lives where we can pretty much, actually, I think anybody is in a stage where they can evaluate their expenses.
Listen, folks, don't let Michelle fool you with her modesty. This is someone who's been in the accounting field for quite some time, is a certified public accountant, so she knows a little bit of finances.
A little bit, not a lot, though.
Thank you for being very humble. We appreciate that.
Anyhow, I think maybe our finances have kind of fallen through the cracks over maybe the last 3 years. And in part, in my defense, it's because I went through a change of change of position.
You got a promotion.
Yes.
Yeah.
And with that comes more responsibility. So I couldn't be as hands-on with our finances as we had been in the past.
But not only that, it's habits. It always comes down to habits.
Yeah. But back again, at any point, it's good to have a reevaluation
100%,
of your expenses.
100%.
So a few things, and I'm going to briefly explain how we currently move our funds. So just as a disclosure, this may not be the best method for everyone, but I'm pretty sure we will get some critics along the way, especially because we're going to be talking about credit cards in there. Right. Let's see. So just keep in mind that this is just the state that we're in, but not our final destination. So it's an ongoing project. I think a whole lifetime project.
Right. It's been something we've been, like life. In life, you get a new job, new promotion, new career. You go up in income, you go down in income, a new expense, a new debt. You adjust, you evolve, you adapt, and hey, we're just back at it again.
Yeah. So I want to say probably since 2013, I've been tracking our expenses on a big, huge Excel workbook. And those of you who either a love or hate relationship with Excel, but I've pretty much tracked anything from our bank transactions, our credit card transactions, our debt balances, even our paycheck breakdown, anything, you name it, it's all in there. It's crashed a couple of times. Not too long ago, it crashed, and I was pretty bummed about it, and I reinvented a new one. So anyhow, in there, I put all that information in there. So each pay period, obviously, I get paid bi-weekly, and my husband has his own, or Gadiel has his own business as an attorney. So he puts in his money as he goes into a separate account, all within the same bank account. And my paycheck bi-weekly comes in direct deposit into what we're just it's our main account, but we'll for the sake of differentiating, we're going to call it our operating account.
That's good. That's good. That's a good way of looking at it.
So that's like the one, like the main channel. That's where most of the funds come in, most of the funds come out. So
Well, real quick. So you're saying so that we're clear. Everyone, the listener, our listeners are clear. So we have separate accounts. I mean, it's all joint accounts. Every
It's all
account that we
joint
have is joint. However, we deposit. For example, Michelle, she'll deposit her account in a specific Michelle's income account.
No.
Okay.
It all just, my paycheck
Yeah.
goes into our operating account, directly into there.
And mine's is a separate account.
Because you end up just putting funds in there, and then
Right.
eventually what we do, which I'll get to it, what'll happen is at the first of every month, a fixed amount goes
Transferred into the operating.
into the operating.
Real quick, also, I think it's a benefit to talk about. It helps you track income. At least at my portion, what gets deposited here is strictly my income, as opposed to me depositing my income into your account.
I track it anyways.
You track
on
it anyways.
Excel.
Okay, folks. Well, disregard that.
So that's for earned income. Now we have a rental property, and we've facilitated not too long ago where we've actually opened up another account in another bank, and that's really more to tailor to our tenant.
Yeah.
Because she has a different bank than we do.
Right.
So we opened up one with the same that she uses.
Right.
So it's very automated. I don't even have to think about it, except, periodically check it and make sure that it doesn't go negative. So it's really the rent money coming in, and then shortly thereafter is the HOA, the mortgage, and then quarterly we pay our property taxes for that property. So that's it for that one. Back to the operating, we pay our mortgage from the operating account. We pay our mortgage, our HOA, our light, our car payment, our student loans, and basically any long-term debt. And let's not forget our monthly savings account. If you guys want to know how we save every month, you can go to our website at www.productivebunch.com. And there you'll see some information on how we save each month.
Michelle actually wrote a blog that was published January 1st, I believe, of this year, that talked about basically how to get started saving in the new year. So it's not too late. It's still January. You can get started saving now. So you can read some tips that Michelle wrote about in that blog.
Okay, so you may be wondering, what about our regular monthly expenses? And here's the controversial part. So we have 4 credit cards, which we pay in full at the end of each month. One is for our automatic expenses, basically like our kids' aftercare, because we pay for it through their website. Their lunch account, same thing. We pay through the website. Basically anything that we pay online that we can pay with a credit card, and it seems to be reoccurring, that's what will go under that credit card. Our internet, our alarm system, our water and sewer, cell phone, car insurance, SunPass, which is our tolls. Our boys' swimming classes automatically come out from there. And then we also have 3 subscriptions. One of them is PureFlix, which is the Christian stream.
Yeah, it's like a Netflix, but strictly, specifically tailored to the Christian community.
Yeah, and then we have 2 of the same in there, which I think right there, right off the bat, we can start looking at that one.
Which one?
New York and Company Closet and Gwynnie B.
You see, my wife, my wife, she needs to look good when she goes to work. And I support her 100%. Who does not want their wife to look beautiful?
But we don't need 2 accounts.
But she
and I've been kind of postponing on that one, but I think it's time to just take one of them
choose
out.
one.
And I think probably the one I'll stay with is New York and Company Clothes.
Yeah.
Because believe it or not, they're less amount. They give you
They cost less?
3 sets of clothes at a time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And
whereas the other one is
2?
more expensive, and they give you 2 sets of
2
clothes.
at a time. Wow.
And if you wanted to buy the clothes because you really liked it or whatever, Gwenny B is massively more expensive.
Really?
New York and Company is really, really cheap.
What about the diversity as far as clothes? Is it
Well, but it's tailored for
business
for
professional
business
women?
professional, yeah. So
Okay.
and that's and the convenience of that for me is I don't have to go to the
Shop.
store shopping or
Right.
anything, and I can just do it. You know, I select if I didn't like it, if it didn't fit well, I send it back. Done deal. The next one comes in.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, I already know that that's gonna be one that we're gonna take off. So we'll get there in just a few. So on the second credit card, we pay our gas,
Mm-hmm.
which is very little because, you know, I work
Real close.
like 8-10 minutes away from
Right.
here. So I think I pump gas or you pump gas for me.
Yeah, guys.
Like
guys,
twice a week? No,
She
once
does
every
it
2 weeks.
once every 2 weeks. Look, she does it where like if it's close to being not even like on E or a quarter, it's like half. And she'll do it where, oh hey, let's take my car. And then since I drive when we are together, it happens to be, you know, oh hey, do you mind getting some gas?
So
there you have it.
and then you drive a little bit further, so
Yeah.
you probably pump gas once a week.
Yeah.
Maybe. All right. So now on the third credit card, we pay for our online purchases, and it's strictly only Amazon and Walmart.
Walmart, right?
So Walmart, I think we've got it okay
We're
because
we're
what
getting
we're
there.
doing is now every 10 days
Mm-hmm.
I
We do
get
our
a
grocery.
reminder, and by that time I've already selected my groceries
Mm-hmm.
through the Walmart app, and I try to keep it all under $100.
Right.
So that part is good. It's the Amazon that I think we have to
That one
really
we have
dig down
to.
on that
Yeah.
one.
The thing with Amazon is that they make it so convenient and it's there
Mhm.
the next day that
You don't even realize
you don't realize it, but you feel good, and it's sort of like a drug.
it is.
You don't
So
have
stay
to
away
do
from it.
anything. You just quickly go on your phone and click order, and boom, it's there the next day. And it's almost like a gambler when they go to like the casino and they gamble. They get this feeling, this high that hey, they won. So Amazon has it where you order and it's there maybe sometimes the same day. So you
Mm-hmm.
you get like a dose of high or something. So it's crazy.
Yep. So that's one that we definitely have to look at.
Right, for sure.
And we'll probably go through the list.
Right.
So last but not least, we have one more credit card, and that is our monthly family expenses. And honestly, this is a catch-all, but probably the most dangerous one of all because we carry it 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Truthfully, there's so much room in there to
Oh, for sure.
to
improve. Mm-hmm.
our spending habits.
It's the habits.
alone
We
are-
always got to work on the habits.
Yeah. So, but going back full circle, at the beginning of the month to follow, our operating account would pay a separate account within the same bank, which we will call our monthly spending account.
Okay.
And in there, you start to get your statements.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as the statement to any of these accounts starts, it gets posted or is executed, I already know ahead of time, okay, this is how much money I need to allocate to the monthly spending account.
Right.
So there's 4 cards. I try to kind of count or balance out how much of that is. And then at the first of the month, I have a direct transfer,
Right.
all within the same bank, that then goes to fund that account. And
Right.
it's essentially like a clearing account because we don't carry a balance in there. If anything, there's
Like a holding account.
yeah, it's just
In
like
and
maybe 5 cents in interest
Yeah.
because I won't keep a balance in
Right.
there. I'd rather either keep it in the main account or in the savings.
Right.
So, that's pretty much it for that one. So I schedule the payment once I know the total amount. I schedule the payment on either the website or through the bank site through bill pay or directly. Sometimes doing it through the website is easier because the bank, that credit card company already knows right off the bat. Okay, she already posted the payment.
Give us an example so we can. Give us an example of one payment that you do like that.
So, for instance, I want to say that actually all 4 of them are
They're all like that.
directly to, like I make the payment on the website.
Got it.
And I think I do it for security reasons, because if I do bill pay
Right.
and I put all my my dependency on that the bank is going to send the payment on time,
Right.
I've already been burnt a little bit.
That it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Right.
But where if you make the schedule the payment on the credit card website, whether the account or the funds posted or not, the payment is posted.
Right.
Period. That's it.
Right.
So yes, all four of them, now that I think about it, they all get paid online directly.
Okay.
So anyhow, that's pretty much it. So do you want to go over
Yeah,
the
so
list?
So this is what we used to do I don't want to say frequently. I'd be lying if it was periodically. It sounds a little less frequent. Periodically, we would sit together, and Michelle would print out or have it on Excel sheet or on the computer on Excel, the accounts, how much we're paying, and then us each will go down each item, each account, each expense, and say, okay, I will take care of this account, which means I will call them, I will research if we need to transfer to a different provider, whatever the case may be, call the provider and see if they can lower the bill, or see if we need to switch something, a different service to a lesser service. And we do that to each account. And we'll be, we would reduce our monthly expenses by, I don't want to say a significant amount, but by an amount.
Yeah. So if we go back to the one that does the automatic payments or automatic charges, AT&T.
AT&T. So what's the so we're actually going to say the amount.
So $90.
$90 on AT&T. Now, AT&T provides only our internet. And we're supposed to have the 1,000 gigabytes. It's supposed to be that. We don't get that, but it's supposed to be that. So, with that said, I will take on that account to see if it's gotten high, because it wasn't 890. It used to be 80. Used to be 70 and 80, now 90. Yeah. So here, let me write it down.
Creeps in. The other one is ADT. So I know that it's $30 a month, but I think maybe we need to look at that one.
Okay, I'll take that one.
Water. So here's the interesting thing with water. Actually, not even water. Light. So we've already assigned or delegated that responsibility to our 7-year-old.
Well, before you get into that, real quick, the water, there's no other provider. It's the city, and that's who we pay.
Right, but
we can reduce the usage, which at the end reduces the,
I can tell you
the amount. So how do we do it?
That our boys think their tub is their swimming pool.
Yes.
And that alone right there, I'm pretty sure.
And it's a daily struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Get in the shower, and if you're not on top of them, they'll spend 10 minutes with the water running.
Before they actually start to shower.
Before they shower. Before, like, the top part. They're letting it run from the bottom, filling the tub up, playing with toys, and just goofing around. So if you're not there, they're spending, like, I don't know, 100 gallons. I don't know how many minutes per gallons come out a minute. But but Michelle has implemented a couple things that help us reduce the water usage to ultimately reduce the amount we spend on it. So go ahead and...
we haven't delegated that responsibility to Lucas, the smaller
little
one.
Right.
However, the light we've delegated to Liam, but I think we need to continue.
So the water we haven't done
about
that.
It.
Okay, but so let's quickly.
We just recently started doing the light.
So let's quickly cross off the water. What we need to do is what you just mentioned.
Not cross off the water.
Not cross off,
but actually implement it.
Implement. So let them know. Let the viewer knows, like, what exactly would you implement.
The viewer.
The listener. Sorry. You folks, she is going to tell you what she does for the light. So tell them to implement so we can bring the water down. How would you lower our water bill? Aside from us.
The kids, especially, well, actually both of them, they're very, very proud of any assignment that they're given.
Right.
Just the other day, Lucas was throwing a fit because Liam was doing the laundry.
Right, and that's Lucas's job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I remember.
when we do mention it to Lucas, I'm sure he's gonna be like, all right, I am the water patrol, and
Right.
he's probably what'll happen is a lot of tattletelling.
Right. So and so's doing it, or she's not
Yeah.
doing it, or he's not
So
hurrying up.
we gotta really think through that one.
Right.
So let's see, what other one do we have? We talked about the New York and Company and Gwynnie B. So that one I will take care of getting.
But
it off.
at least say the cost though. At least since we're writing, we're saying the
New York
cost.
and
so
Company is
Yeah.
$54 a month, and Gwynnie B. I think is can't remember how much it is. It's like 79. So 79 right off the bat. Every month we can save.
Okay. So you're gonna take care of Gwynnie B.
Yes. Pay Pam is the kids' lunch thing. So what we
Right.
started doing maybe 2 or 3 months ago was we were doing like an incentive thing. They pay, I think, like $2 and
No, it's like $3. No,
I don't think it's $3.
Like two-
I think it's like 2 and some change
2 and some change.
per lunch
Almost
per
$3.
kid.
Right.
So what we said was, if for every day that you take lunch from home, so they
Right.
were prepping lunch here, every time you take lunch from home to school, we will give you $1. And how I know is because I go into their account.
Right.
Obviously we express to them that do not starve yourself. If you didn't take lunch to school, still can, have lunch. So that's how we're working on that one. Swimming, they're in swimming.
Wait, listen though. Let's the on the PAMs, the kids' school lunch. So they get $1 for every time they bring their own lunch,
Mm-hmm.
and then we pay out at the end of the
End
week.
of the week.
So what are we teaching them there? We're teaching them. Go ahead. You want to
Responsibility.
responsibility?
Fine.
One.
Being conscious or mindful about our spending.
Right. And a lot of times, to be honest, look, the nothing against school lunch, but it's probably not the best. And this is not a knock on the school lunch.
Well, I don't think they're taking the best to school.
No,
from home either.
no. But if we're gonna pay less for that, then that's good.
Mm-hmm.
But they're learning a lot of responsibility, and they got to prepare their lunch. So, and they're learning how to earn money and how to save it from not spending on their school lunch.
All right, so on to the swimming. That's just like what
That's
their
a sunk cost.
extracurricular.
That's
yeah,
nothing on that we can save there.
I mean, they've talked about wanting to do
A different sport,
karate or
but
whatever.
everything's expensive, man.
It is, but the thing is that they have to. I feel like for a couple of reasons, they gotta finish the swimming part.
Yeah, they can't just.
And I
halfway.
don't want them to walk away without them, finishing that
Right.
part. I don't want to pay for 2 different classes.
No.
Finish the swimming and then let's
Go on
move
to the
on
next
to the
activity.
next one.
Right.
So we'll work on that one,
Yeah.
or maybe postpone that one.
Right.
T-Mobile,
Okay. How much is that?
$94 a month. And then so that one.
That
I
one,
don't know
I
if
think
that's
it is what it is. Look, T-Mobile, we've been on the same plan that it's like $80 a month, and that we were grandfathered in. It's like the best plan. The reason why it's 94 is because we've bought phones over the years. We've had T-Mobile for a very long time, probably over a decade, probably since we've
More
been
than
together.
that.
Yeah, more than that.
Before that.
So we've had $80 a month plans, and we've been grandfathered in this plan that if we lose it, we go back to paying what other folks pay now. But it's 94 because we buy a phone and we finance it. We just don't pay it outright at T-Mobile. We pay the monthly, whatever the monthly payment plan is. So that's why it's that.
But it's very little.
It's nothing.
It's like $4 a month.
Right.
So the next one is the kids aftercare.
That's one.
There's really no room
There's
for
nothing.
that one.
I mean,
that's
I can't leave work to go pick them up because I got to produce
no,
income.
but it doesn't matter what time
And
you pick them up because you still got to pay for that anyways.
Yeah.
Unless we were to come and pick them up at
150 is when I get out.
See?
And that's not going to work.
Yeah. And then the last one in that credit card is our car insurance, and that one is probably I'm doomed for that one.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, can we speak about it or no?
Sure, go for it.
Okay. So my wife, this is, look, guys.
Without too much detail.
I promise I won't say nothing incriminating. Listen, guys, this is probably one of the craziest stories that I am somewhat proudful. Is that proudful?
Proudful?
Yeah. Well, not
Proud
the part.
of?
Yeah, not that you were. So my wife was in a minor car accident, meaning with someone else.
Mm-hmm.
No one had to go to the hospital. It wasn't, a lot of damage. It was not. However, my wife was cited with the citation. She was given a citation, right? The cop said, the state trooper, because it was on the highway. The state trooper said, all right, he heard both sides, near the accident here on the highway.
It was my fault.
And I don't think it was either, but it is what it is. So he talked to my wife, and he talked to the other driver. He gave my wife the accident report, right? Like it's like a slip that has all the parties' names. And then he gave the other driver, and then he held one more in his hand. And he said, and this one is for you. And it was the ticket. And he gave my wife, Michelle, the ticket. So she was cited for failure to yield or something like that. But the part that I'm somewhat proud about in one aspect is that not many people can say this. So I decided, since I'm a lawyer, I decided to represent my wife against the state of Florida, right? Because that's the party. The other party, my wife was one. The other party is the state of Florida. I decided to represent my wife and kind of fight the ticket. So I go to court on behalf of my wife, right? It's crazy. When you look at the docket, it says State of Florida versus Michelle Espinoza, represented by Gadiel Espinoza. So who can say they represented their wife in court over a citation? Come on. Nobody, like a small amount of... Anyhow, so I'm there.
For that reason.
I argued for my wife, and I got a lot of things reduced. The cost, no points, et cetera, et cetera,
Except
et cetera.
our car insurance.
But the car insurance went up, and that's going to stay up for 3 years. Good thing we have 2 more years. Good thing we have the accident forgiveness with USA, but
where's the accident forgiveness there?
No, it didn't go up too much.
What? I've never paid that much.
It went up
$350 for car insurance. That's a lot for 2 cars.
Yeah, but I also tried to get a quote from Progressive and Geico, and it was literally the same thing.
Yeah.
So,
but still.
So no, it's high, but Florida's high though. Florida's high.
Yeah.
So
anyhow, I think to not go
too much into
too much longer on this, I think we probably can start off with that and then maybe come back again
next month and see what if we could reduce, and if we can't, then then we can't.
Right. So we'll say that our total amount is $1,342 or $1,342 a month. And let's see how much we bring it down. So and this is just on one credit card.
Right.
We'll tackle the rest of them as we go.
Right. And keep one thing in mind, folks. If you have a credit card and you're paying it in full at the end of the month, and you're like, why use a credit card? Well, you do get points. So you need to look at the benefits there. We're a family, and we use a lot of the points for travel. We do a lot of family things. I mean, that's number one in this family. So don't say, why are they using our credit card? Well, that's one of the reasons why. Did you want to add anything else?
Nope. I think that's pretty much it.
Okay, folks.
Well,
we appreciate you tuning in to the T Project. We will talk to you next time. Yep. And thanks for joining, and God bless.